Tomorrow's Saint Eve of the whatever. Saint Hallows Eve. Okay, there's no saint involved. Hallows Eve. All Hallows Eve. Anyways, so tomorrow I'll be talking about ghosts, I guess. But in the meantime, here's an appeal to consequence in action.
The position of modern science. Modern science knows much, yet when it gets to the ultimate issues, it ends up in foolishness. Life is just an accident. They'll say, really, then that means you're an accident. It means your opinion is the result of an accident. So what worth is this?
So there you go. It's just an accident. So what's it matter? Well, it still matters to us. No matter what the ultimate reality is, we still care about it. We can't, and maybe we can't help but care about it. You know, it matters no matter what. So, yeah, I mean, you are an accident. I mean, did your parents plan for you? Maybe, but maybe you're an accident. You know, it happens. The everything that led to you existing is a series of extraordinary coincidences or accidents, or if you want, or maybe the universe is determined. And in any case, either way, you could say, well, the universe is all determined, so then that means it's worthless or whatever. You could do this no matter what reality happens to be, but all you're doing is appealing to consequence.
A believer was on a ship with an atheist, a scientist,
they
and
weren't.
they were arguing. Scientists saying it's all just molecules, atoms, accidents. The Christian asked the scientist, said, when you...
No, this didn't happen. And the scientist, if they were a scientist, well, what sort of scientists? I love this, the vagueness of the story. They're on a ship, though, not an airplane. So that's unique. Notice how they don't have any names. It's just, yeah, this really happened. Sure thing, bro. Yeah, nice story. Needs more dragons. But yeah, if they were a scientist, I doubt they'd say it's all accidental, because there are filtering mechanisms in place. So no, it's not all an accident. So this conversation never occurred. So you're just lying.
You see your wife tonight when you give her a goodnight kiss, when you look into her eyes, and you've just been married. Do you believe that she's an accidental collection of molecules? And the man angrily said, yes. But
no, he didn't, because this didn't happen. Then he punched a guy, and the guy fell off the boat and died. The end. See, I could make up a story, too. Yeah. Accidental combination of molecules? I mean, kind of, but again, there's filtering mechanisms in place.
He was torn apart because he couldn't live with that.
That, again, even if true, which it totally isn't, doesn't mean it's not true. I mean, it's like, I don't like this. But how do you know what he's feeling? That's interesting. So you're telling a story about two people with no names, a theist and an atheist / scientist, and somehow you know the emotions of the atheist scientist. That's amazing. How do you know he was angry? How do you know, or she, for that matter, how do you know they were angry? How do you know they were torn apart? You can't possibly know that unless you're the all-seeing narrator who's making up this story, which is exactly what you're doing. That means you're a liar and a con man. So why are you telling this fake made-up story? Well, because you ain't got nothing better? Okay.
He could say it, but he really couldn't live with that. If life's an accident, there's no purpose in arguing anything, because...
No, there's plenty of purpose in arguing anything. Because I want to be right. That's the purpose in arguing. Because I am right. In this case, there's plenty of reasons to argue, even if it's just an accident. By the way, it's 5 a.m. Why am I up so early? I don't know. Trying to catch the early birds, I suppose. I got 2, so that's something. No, now I got 1. Oh, whatever. Anyways, back to this.
There's no purpose. What's the purpose? If you're arguing something with passion, you are going against your very argument.
No, you're not. I mean, unless your argument was, hey, this it's pointless to argue with passion, and you're passionately arguing that, then that would be kind of silly. But yeah.
You're sawing off the branch you're sitting on if you say there's no purpose.
No, you're not.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Kahn.
All right, there you go. So there you go. Appeal to consequence in action. That's all he's got. A made-up story that didn't really happen, and just to appeal to consequences. Oh no, it's all random. It's so random. What's the purpose? What's the meaning? Look, the meaning and purpose, we have to figure that out. We have to make that ourselves, and it can be different every moment to moment, every day to day. It doesn't have to be something told to you or directed by someone or something else. It can be from you. And as far as objectiveness, maybe we do, maybe we don't have that. I don't know. You could go with, the purpose is to make more life. Well, what if you can't do that? Well, then make life as good as you can for yourself and others. That seems to be a decent enough purpose. And how things really are, that the fundamental core of reality changes nothing. Whether there's a thing that made us all, or with some sort of intent, or the thing that made us didn't have any intent, or we were made by series of steps of different various combinations of things occurring and survival of different aspects and a slow, gradual change over time. And that's the way things are. Okay, that's the way things are. Whatever reality is, that's what it is. So, you could just say, well, we're all just made by God, and so the only purpose is to worship God. What kind of purpose is that, anyways? Why would you want that purpose? What's so great about God? Well, it's the best thing ever. How do I know that? Because you just said it. Well, why is worshiping so great? What's so good about worship? Does it feel good? Does it, what? So, what is up with that? Why do you think that's better than whatever actually is really going on? Anyway, so I guess this is the best they can do, is just appeal to consequence. All right. See you tomorrow when I tell you about ghosts and goblins and spooks and ghouls and scary stuff, I guess. Here we go. There we go. The theorizer. Even if purpose is given from above, we don't have to agree with it, right? Yes, that's correct. Whatever the purpose is, even if it was given from some divine thing or creator, whatever, of the universe and us and everything. It's like, hey, your purpose is to tighten that lug nut on 4th and Main. Okay. And you go find that lug nut. You're like, okay, I tightened it. And then you've served your purpose and just wink out of existence. Kind of odd, It's like, no, I don't want that purpose. I want some other purpose. How about that? Why can't I choose my own? Why can't I make my own? Of course you can. Anyways, let's stop appealing to consequence. How about that? That might be an idea. And get some actual arguments, and stop telling these made-up stories about people sitting next to whoever on the airplane or the ship or whatever. Just stop making up stories. It's really old hat at this point. We know that it's made up because it's so contrived, and of course you remember it perfectly. Of course you do. Yeah. All right. That's all for now. See you next time. When the scary stuff happens or doesn't or something. Either I'll make up scary stuff or I'll find scary stuff. All right. See you then. Boo.